Hello guys, so today I'm gonna be putting together my workbench. I bought this in Amazon for about 38 bucks, and it is cheaper than if I got each one by separate. So I got 8 of these things, and I got, well, this box came open and torn, but all the screws are in. I got some instructions and like that. So I'm going to be building it. I already bought the materials. It was quite challenging to fit everything in my small Mazda car, that I will put the video also how I did it. All of the pieces are 8 feet long, and I'm gonna be cutting these long pieces for the legs and to support all the table. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so to make sure I'm getting things straight, I'm using this kind of angle thing measure, and the nice thing is that it has this part that will go there and will keep it straight. So I'm using that to make these lines, and then I will cut. Okay, so wood is clamped in this improvised workbench or whatever it's called. The machine is connected, so now I will cut. As you see, I already marked where I want to cut. I want to cut the edge because it's very dirty, and I think it's not so even, so I'm just going to cut that and then make another cut here. Okay, so now that I have this piece cut, I'm just gonna use it to measure the rest of my pieces. And I might use the ruler just to make sure I am in the right side. So they are the same size. I'm gonna continue doing that until I have all my wood cut, and then I'm going to proceed to put the table together. Okay, so now I've cut all of the materials that I needed. My table is going to be 8 feet long, but because I'm using that system, the main parts, these ones, are not going to be 8 feet, they're going to be less. And then I already cut the legs and the sides, so I'm just going to start using the Simpson kit, and I'll show you how the table goes. As you can see, this is the last screw I'm putting on my table on the base. I realized that I had not recorded anything, so I am so sorry, but I realized too late because I was already almost done. So I was checking if everything was fine, and I see that it didn't film anything, so that was very disappointing. I'm so sorry, guys. but I will show you the image on how it looked after I finished screwing this in. And it was really easy, really easy to use, very intuitive system. I would recommend it to anybody that wants to build a table or chairs for outside, or anything that you need that has to be sturdy. As you see, it's a very nice structure, and those things hold it very well, so I really recommend it. Okay, now it's time to cut this so it can fit on the bottom. And I will use this cut as a mold for the rest of the legs. Okay, so I was getting too much debris, so I decided to use a vacuum. I used some duct tape. So this Hypertop has the option to plug in your vacuum. So we'll see if I get less mess. So yeah, I got less mess. I decided to add some support, so I used these small studs to do that, and I'm just gonna screw them in. I did the same thing on the lower part of the table. Okay, so next step is to make the holes into the plywood so I can screw it to the base I already made. So that's what I'm doing there. For my needs on this table, I need a shelf, so I am making one. I'm gonna use some glue. School glue is fine to just keep this on the position I want them, and then after that I will screw them, but now I have to glue them and wait for it to dry. As you can see, now they are glued, so I'm going to proceed to screw them. I already did these two first ones, and I decided to go with the 2 screws on the sides and 1 on the middle ones. So I'm just going to finish doing that on the other 2 that I have missing. So I already measured everything, so I know where to drill the hole and when to screw it in. So I'm using 2.5 inch screw, wood screw, and I'm gonna use, as I said, 1 in the middle and 2 at the end. Make sure that your screws are flush with the wood. You don't want them to be on the way of something that you're going to place in your shelf. Now this part is a leftover from the kitchen project that we had, and I'm just using it because I already paid for it and it was just sitting there. It's just to prevent my things from sliding from this shelf because it has an angle. Now to make my table pretty, I wanted to add some of this paper here to make it look like a marble. It's just to make it pretty. So I'm just measuring where my shelf is gonna be, so I will be gluing this in, but having a space to to glue it and not do it over the paper. So I'm just marking it, measuring it. I will cut it off and then put everything together. So now it's time to install my shelf, which I'm doing right there. I'm screwing everything in, making sure it goes on the right position. So I already measured it and everything. Last step is to screw in the plywood, the table itself, on the base. So this is the all put together table. It looks very nice. Now I'm going to put the paper on top. It's a self-adhesive paper I found with the marble looks. It's very nice. It works for me, smooth, and it gives the table a nice touch. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll put the links to the materials I use below. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.